Welcome back. It's time for movie news with the Louz, and there she is.
How are you guys?
Good.
How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. So I heard you were talking about Christmas earlier.
Yeah, we were.
Your birthday.
I was gonna say, did you even bring it up?
No, we knew you were gonna be
but
here.
we are now.
Okay.
So there we go. It's your birthday.
Acknowledge it properly.
Yes.
Please.
And we dressed
Happy
for you.
birthday.
See, red and green.
Yes, I love
Merry
it.
Christmas.
You know, oddly, with a Christmas birthday, those are my two favorite colors, but they would have been even if my birthday wasn't on Christmas.
Seriously?
Yeah, red's my favorite.
What are
Then-
the odds
Yes, I
of
knew
two
that.
of you and Deborah Hartwig
I know.
working together for years, both Christmas birthdays?
I know, isn't that hilarious?
That's
It
so
is.
strange.
Yeah.
How interesting.
Yes, and we have many, we would exchange gifts, and it's like, you can't do anything in Christmas paper
Yeah.
or bag.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Okay, I digress. Back to movies, okay?
Happy early birthday,
okay,
Chris.
Thank you very much. So here's the deal. You know, there was film festivals, Toronto International Film Festival and such, that deliver like the power-packed movies to theaters. So now, award season is on. It's on. Okay, Amsterdam in theaters this weekend. So from writer-director David O. Russell, this is a star-studded cast. So it's set in the 30s, three friends witness a murder. They're framed for it, and they have to uncover an outrageous plot. So listen to these names. Christian Bale, Margot Robbie, John David Washington. Yes, he is the son of Denzel. Anya Taylor-Joy, you know we love her.
I love her.
Mike Myers, Michael Shannon, Chris Rock, Zoe Saldana, Rami Malek, and the legendary Robert De Niro.
Wow.
So I don't know who's missing from that cast. A few
Julia
people,
Roberts.
but yes.
George
Julia
Clooney.
Roberts.
They have a movie coming
That's
out.
right, Brad
soon,
Pitt.
so- yeah, they have a movie. Julia and George have a movie coming out in 2 weeks. So
Oh, nice.
we will see them soon. And then Lyle Crocodile. This follows a reptile who lives in a house in New York City. Then one neighbor insists that Lyle belongs in a zoo. Javier Bardem and Constance Wu, they lead the vocals, or they're in it. This sweet flick was actually written in 1965 and based on the popular book series. So it's quite popular.
Is that Constance Wu from Crazy Rich Asians?
Yes, it is.
And my show that I loved,
Yes.
Fresh Off the Boat. I love
Yes,
that
and I know
show.
you didn't like her, and now she's having trouble, and so probably
Just
because you talked bad about her,
You got to be grateful.
and she didn't. She feels, you know, you
And you gotta
brought
be
her
nice.
down.
Yeah, exactly.
Kidding.
Just saying.
So new on Netflix, Mila Kunis, who she has grand range actually, just even beyond her, she rose to fame in that '70s show, but she's in The Luckiest Girl Alive, so she's a sharp-tongued New Yorker who appears to have it all together, sought-after position at a glossy magazine, killer wardrobe, dreamy wedding on the horizon, but then a director of a crime documentary invites her to tell her side of a shocking incident that took place when she was a teenager, and she's forced to confront a dark truth that threatens to unravel her perfect life.
Oh, wow.
So that's on Netflix this weekend.
Interesting.
Okay. And Hulu brings us Hellraiser. The reason I bring it up is because it was so, it's big. The Hellraisers are big. So this is a take on Clive Barker's 1987 horror classic, where a young woman struggling with addiction gets, a puzzle box, unaware that its purpose is to summon a group of supernatural beings from another dimension. I am not a fan of the Hellraisers, but you've seen the image with the pins on the face.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those are the Hellraisers. And then
Interesting.
you can catch up on Smile, Don't Worry Darling, which I loved, The Woman King, Bros, Avatar is in theaters to prepare us for the upcoming sequel. And then I do have an announcement. I love this. So Knives Out has a sequel, Glass Onion.
Which is a weird name.
I know. I'm like, why? Because I loved Knives Out. And so Glass Onion wasn't supposed to have a theatrical release, right? It was supposed to just go to Netflix. But it's going to have a theatrical the week of Thanksgiving. It'll be out November 23rd. Yay, theatrical! And then it will stream December 23rd on Netflix.
Why is that? The first one was such a hit. Why would it not have a theatrical release?
Don't know.
That's weird.
Don't know.
I don't understand that.
So, it's crazy.
Interesting.
So there are some things that I'm looking forward to. The anticipated movies of the fall. We have next week, Halloween Ends, which is it ever going to end with Michael Myers? I always say Michael Myers is going to outlive all of us. Then we also have Black Adam with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. That's October 21st. And he asked fans who he should play, and they said Black Adam.
Okay.
And then Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Actually, tickets are on sale for that movie already, and it's not out till November 11th. That's how people are excited about it. Post Chadwick Boseman. And then The Fabelmans.
I want to see this one.
So beautiful with Steven Spielberg. He writes and directs this, and it's loosely based on his childhood. And Paul Dano is amazing. Michelle Williams is amazing. And then Avatar: Way of the Water. December 16th, as I mentioned, you can see the original Avatar to prepare to see Avatar.
What
Way
have
of
you
Water.
seen? Have you seen some things from the movie with Spielberg that you're interested in?
The Fabelmans one, here's why I was shocked, and I want Chris's opinion on this, is the big controversy coming out of the film festival was Michelle Williams put herself in the leading category because everyone was touting her in the supporting category, and then she ruffled the feathers of the race, like of the people who were the contenders, by saying, you know what, I'm going to submit for lead actress, not supporting. Were you surprised by that?
No, I think she should because she doesn't make that many movies, but when she does, they're amazing, and she's one of the best actresses of our day. And then if I have time, I have a little story. One of the first Critics' Choice Awards, we were in the restroom together, and she came out, and this was when it was at the Hollywood Palladium, very fancy, and she asked me if she had chocolate in her teeth.
Oh,
Michelle Williams did?
Yes.
I would die.
that's awesome.
I would die.
And she did not, but it was fun to talk to her.
I like it when
about
people are
the chocolate in
real.
her teeth,
That's so great.
I like
Maybe
when
it's
they're
easier,
real.
to ask a stranger.
Because she was just cool. And then, everyone has to go to the restroom. Because
I'm
I told
saying,
Jeremy the
if
first
you-
time, I go, hang out near the restroom.
It's
Everyone
true.
has to go there.
If you want to, that's where I happen to be in the restroom with Michael Keaton and Andrew Garfield at the same time.
You were double superhero?
Spider-Man and Batman.
You were double superheroed in the bathroom?
In the restroom.
You were sandwiched between
OMG.
them. Okay.
Just saying, that's a good place to be. All right, don't go anywhere. More fun on Ozarks Fox Day after this. I was.
Who did you talk to first?
Andrew first, and then Michael.
I don't think I had to. I don't think